hosting. How big a difference will it be this year that you do get to play at your real home court?
Yeah. Playing in Horsch feels more like a family vibe. I feel like it would be good for the other teams as well because it's not in such a huge arena, and it kind of brings the fans closer to us. We're used to playing in Horsch, so I think that's a good thing for us.
Yeah, a teammate earlier, actually, I was just in the training room, and she said it kind of just feels like another game. It's like nothing like you don't feel all the, it's not a huge gym or anything. It's what we're used to playing in every day, and I think it'll be great.
What do you know about Furman and what his coach said about the match?
We know that they have good players, and they're scrappy, and they're going to play all out just like any other team is going to.
Anything worry you about them, about Furman specifically?
Not really sure. Not yet. We haven't really looked at film yet on them, so we're kind of excited to play them just like any other team, and I'm pretty sure they're going to be really excited to play us as well.
I think just like any other game, you just got to play KU volleyball, and I think that's just what we got to do.
Mm-hmm.
Tayler, I guess 2 years ago you guys kind of went on a run, and then last year probably ended earlier than you wanted. What did you kind of learn just those two different experiences, and bringing it into this year, I guess?
It's just like who wants it more? You got to come out ready to play, and I think last year maybe we weren't as ready as we thought we were, and this feels more. We're like really excited. We're in Horsch. We're playing actually on campus. We're not elsewhere, so I think we're just like really excited just for that, and playing with that emotion I think will be good for us.
What do you guys remember about the locker room last year after the first loss?
It was not fun. We were very disappointed. Tears were shed, and we didn't like that feeling, and it doesn't go away. So looking forward to not having that feeling again.
What are your thoughts on a potential matchup with Missouri?
I think it would be great. Me and Soucie haven't really been able to be here when the rivalry went on, but I think it would be a great game because it's two great teams playing against each other.
Coach Self says a lot of times that you can have a good season, but it becomes a great season in the postseason. Do you guys feel like you guys need to have some success here to kind of validate and make this a great season, I guess, if you will?
I just think we just don't need to overthink it. I think we just need to play Kansas Volleyball, like do what we do every day in practice and what we've done all season, and I don't think we'll have to worry about making a good season great.
Does the preparation change at all having kind of matches on back-to-back days with different opponents as opposed to like the regular season guys where you play like a Wednesday, Saturday, and really you kind of prepare for just one opponent? Is it different where you're trying to get ready for maybe a couple different teams at the same time, or do you just concentrate on exactly what you guys do every day?
It's slightly different because you never know who you're going to play next, but I think our team does a really good job on focusing on just the one game at a time, and I think that's what we're doing now and what we plan to do because it's worked out pretty well for us.
What's your guys' favorite part about playing at Horsch? Just wonder.
The fans. The
Yeah.
fans and like being the band.
The band.
Like it's always full in there, and you hear it. Like it's I don't even know how to explain it. They just get pumped, and you can hear them get pumped. Like if you play like in Allen, you don't necessarily hear it all because it's bigger.
Yeah, you just walk in the gym and it immediately puts a smile on your face, helps your confidence just a little bit more. You just feel like right at home as soon as you step on the court.
Is it different than a lot of the places you guys play in the Big 12? Is it one of the more intimate settings where it does kind of feel kind of loud and like there's a lot going on?
Yeah, I think TCU also has a gym kind of like ours, but for the most part, everywhere else we play, it's like Allen Fieldhouse. Texas's gym is kind of more intimate too, not as big, but Yeah,
It's
it's
a
more
lot louder
Yeah.
in the Texas gym than in any of the other gyms, I can say that.
Was it a little strange playing over in Topeka last year? And what was the environment like there? Did it feel like a home court advantage really at all, or was it pretty sterile?
Yeah, I didn't really feel that much like a home court advantage. It was a little different. We tried to make it work for us, but I think that we fought long and hard to play in Horish, and we're really excited that we actually have gotten that opportunity to do so.
When did you guys find out that maybe the rules had been changed a little bit so you didn't have to worry about the attendance still over there, and that if you got to host, that you would get to play there?
I think at the beginning of the year,
2 weeks
actually.
early?
Yeah, that it was possible for us to. And
I think
then,
it was like for sure like about a month ago that we
Yeah.
really found out that we could actually host in Horse.
yes. And then dreams came true.
Anything else? Thanks, all.
Thank you.
How's everybody doing? You guys talked a little bit about our preparation. Yesterday, we spent a little time in the gym just kind of trying to, I think, cover all three teams and some of their tendencies somewhat. But typically our plan for if it was a Wednesday match, the day before the match is when we do the biggest scout, and we'll do video today and we'll do video tomorrow. So they know some tendencies about Furman, but they'll get a lot more obviously familiar with them as we go through even our open practice and some video we're going to do before that. And then tomorrow's a big video day as we plan to for them. So, but I think they made a great comment. You know, when you're in a situation like this, a lot of people say, hey, you got to rise to the occasion. You got to really, you just got to fall back on your training, and you don't have to be special. You have to be good like you've been all year. And I thought that was real wise advice that we got from somebody we trust quite a bit as we went through the year, especially before we played Texas at home. You know, everybody thinks, oh, you gotta be this, you got to be that. No, trust your training and all the things that your teammates have done for you all year. So I think that's important to remember as we go through this week too.
Furman center, over 5,000 career assists. What kind of problems does she bring for you?
Well, they do a couple things really, really well. A number of things. They got great offensive balance, and she gets a sense for who's got it going and who doesn't. And she distributes the ball extremely well. They've got actually 6 girls that can play 5 positions. So I have watched a lot of Furman film. The team hasn't seen a great deal, but great distributes. Always puts a hittable ball out there and puts her hitters in good position. So one of the keys is how do we slow them down, because they're hitting 250 and they're getting over 14 kills per set, and those are very good numbers. I don't care what league you play in. So we'll have our hands full defensively.
Who was that gave you the advice that you just need to be what you are?
You know, we use a group called the Program a little bit. They come in and they work with us every year, and we just call them Cap or Sir, one of the two. But he said this whole rising to the occasion stuff is a bunch of crap. And in his line of work, it is just do your job and fall back on your training and trust your training. And I thought that to be pretty profound when we try to become coaches that we're not, or players that we're not, when there's suddenly big matches on the line. Every match for us has been a big match because we wanted to be in this position to host. So we're trying to keep what wouldn't normally be a normal week as normal as possible.
Ray, forgive my ignorance about this, but when you first came to KU, did the band play at volleyball matches, or was that something you brought, or how did that?
Well, the first year we played in Allen, and then the last 17 years we've been in Horish. And I think Rustin, just the whole atmosphere has developed over time.
Yeah.
And I think there's certain things we tried to develop as we went along. And first and foremost, a good product is what people identify with. But I think the band has become part of who we are, and just like the event last night in Allen Fieldhouse, very much a part of what that athletic event's about. So we miss them when we're not there, and they have other duties like on senior day. But and then I think people have begin to understand the sport a little bit better and understand when the team needs a little lift and understand what a great play looks like. And we're developing, I think, a volleyball culture amongst people that come to our gym.
Is that rare for other programs throughout the Big 12? Do they have a band in there?
Yeah, I think in the Big 12 pretty much most places we go. But as the kids talked about, there's not that many intimate settings in the Big 12, so the band's more of a factor in Horish than anywhere else because the server can hear what they're saying, and everybody can hear what they're saying. So in Lubbock, Texas, you can't really hear what the guy's saying, but here they're into it, and I think it's pretty cool.
I know where you guys did host the last 2 years, but I'm guessing maybe it didn't really feel like you were hosting as opposed to this year. Home team usually in like a football game gets 3 points. How many point advantage do you think it is for your team to be able to play at Horish as opposed to maybe the venues that had to play the last couple of years?
Yeah, that's a good question. Certainly there's gonna be a comfort level there, but we still got to play. We got to perform at a high level. But I think Allen was a little bit of a transition. The Topeka trip was tough because obviously we didn't get to spend any time over there before we played. And it's only when I talked to some alumni that said, wow, we'd have loved the opportunity to play in Horish too, that we got the sense for the team felt that way too. But, hey, if you get a host, I don't care where they put you, you're ready to play, and you're ready to represent your conference, your athletic department, yourself. So the fact it's in Horish is valuable, Kevin. I think it'll create much more into an environment like we're used to, but we've got 3 really good teams in here that are going to, I know, battle to try to be the one team left standing when it's all said and done.
The impression, too, that when you play there, it's easier to kind of not arise to the occasion, to just kind of be yourself and play the same that you've done all year. Does it feel like that's the case, maybe?
Yeah, we played some great teams in there. We've seen high-level volleyball. There's a number of Big 12 matches in there that was high level. We had some pre-conference matches in there with Duke and Gonzaga and some other teams, and that's what's going to be the next couple of days. So I don't think that's going to be a shock to our system, but at the same time, we're going to have to rise. And we don't have to rise to the occasion, but we have to play like we've been playing at the highest level during the season.
With the program, is that just do you do that preseason conditioning? Is that what
Yeah, we brought them in for this group. We did something last spring with them because we didn't get a chance to do anything last fall. So we try to make contact with them once a year. They come in for a couple days and kind of check in with our team, see where they're at, and provide some opportunities for them to be good teammates and create some opportunities when they get a little bit physically tired. Can you still make good decisions mentally? So I think it's the 4th year we've done it. I think it's been good for our program.
So do you always call Cap, sir?
I call him whatever he wants me to call him. He shared a few more stories, actually, of his experiences overseas and some missions that he's been on that I think really resonated with the team. When his teammate makes a bad decision, people lose their lives. So it's on a little different level. But I think just our team hearing, how much they got to trust each other when they're doing what they're doing can resonate with the same type of trust we need to do to be a successful volleyball team.
I know this question was asked earlier to the girls, but what are your thoughts on the potential matchup against Missouri?
Well, I think Missouri State's going to have a lot to say with that, and I'm sure Furman would too. But those are the 2 highest seeded teams here. I think it'd be a great opportunity for our program. They've had an outstanding year. I think they might be a little disappointed they're not hosting themselves, because they were right there, I'm sure, in this discussion. But Wayne's done a great job with his team. They were right there in for the SEC championship. I think they finished the game out. They got great balance and a physical group too. So, and they played in a Power 5 conference. They know what it is to play physical volleyball. So, if that's the way it should work out, I'm sure it'll be highly entertaining and high-level volleyball.
Is there a tougher regional than Missouri, Stanford, USC, potential opponents? Have you studied it?
USC is number 1 seed, so, and then Stanford's won more championships than anybody but Penn State. Missouri's having a great year. But there's a lot of good teams out there. I think this is a year where, Washington, Nebraska, the way I saw them play the other night, Minnesota, there's a ton of really Texas. I mean, Texas, let's don't forget about Texas. And others that everybody feels like they got a chance. We want to have a 2-0 week and then figure out what lies ahead. And that's what we've talked about every week of this year when we had Wednesday, Saturday matches. All we need to do is think about going 2-0 this week. And when we try to put it in small pieces like that, instead of saying, hey, you got to win 4 or 5 matches to get to the Final Four, let's win 2 and see where that takes us.
Were you happy a Kansas kid made all Big 12 again, Soucie?
Yeah, I thought we were a little underrepresented on that team, but that's the way I think every coach feels. Cassie Waite's been the best libero in the country the last couple of weeks. Tiana Dockery carried us at K-State, had a great senior day. But a bunch of those other kids obviously deserve it. Soucie, as you can see, she's a ray of sunshine every day when she rolls in here, and every day's a pretty good day for her. And I tell her that's because, man, you're in Lawrence now, not Osawatomie anymore. That's why it's such a good day. But no, she's a wonderful kid from a great family, and Cassie Waite should have been in that discussion too.
Coach, talk about Tiana Dockery and the fact that this is the first time in Furman history that players going to the NCAA tournament.
When we recruited her, we said that's our goal for you, and think, boy, that might be a little bit of a stretch, but to be in 4 of them, but to host 4 of them is a testament to I think where this program's gotten to, and she's certainly enabled it and been a big part of that. So we're happy for her, and we hope we can say that next year about Soucie and Waite, and the following year about Payne and Avili and all those other guys.